Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the April 29th Lock in Your Success Trade and Market Update. As expected, we are still kind of in a sideways range with the markets this week. We've just had more chop. But let's take a look at the charts and see what's going on. We'll start here with the SPX. We had a little bit of a down move earlier in the week and back up again. We did break this tight range we've been having, only to get into the this upper range again. Last week we said we'd probably range somewhere between 1425 and around 1350 for a while, and that's just what we've been doing so far. As far as the Nasdaq, again we had a down move earlier in the week, and then another up move, just more chop. And as far as the Russell goes, it's kind of like the SPX. We broke our lower range back into our upper range, but as we were talking last week, we were expecting to stay in between the 780 and the 850 level for a little bit. All right, so let's take a look at the Dow now. And this is the indice more or less to watch. We're setting up for a break higher in the Dow, because if you took a look at the Russell and the SPX, as well as the Nasdaq, they all look like they want to go higher. So these usually work in unison, and if those guys do come up to their resistance level, you're looking at the Dow breaking out. The Dow breaking out is going to drag everything else higher. So this would be very bullish for the markets if the Dow breaks out. However, if the Dow turns around here and starts to collapse back into range, and the other stocks hold support, or the other indices hold support, then we continue sideways. Okay, so that's about all there is to say. Still a continued sideways movement in everything. Probably up a little bit more, except for the Dow. We got to watch the Dow, see if it breaks out. Again, if it breaks out, that would be pretty bullish. If it does not, then we're expecting more sideways movement. Okay, let's take a look at our trades. And the first one we'll take a look at is the bearish butterfly for May. This was actually closed out on Friday. I think I sent a tweet on either Friday morning or Thursday night saying I was going to close it on Friday, and I went ahead and did that. That we are at our 21-day to expiration reduced profit target. This came in at a profit, let's see, after commissions, of about $979, which is 2/3 of our $1,500 profit target, which is excellent for a month that we only got into 2/3 of the position for a short while and traded most of the month in 1/3 of a position, with a total capital of about $1350. We were for a little bit up as high as $28.84. So with $28.84 total capital, making $979, that comes in somewhere around 34%, 35% of our actual investment, and again about 19% of our planned capital, which is an excellent month. We hardly had to do any work with this thing for most of the month, and that's great for a very trouble-free trade. Okay, let's move on. Here's a look at our May bearish butterfly. It's down a little bit of money, about $100. And again, this has been very trouble-free. We've really had to do absolutely nothing here. Put this butterfly on at $11.10, and we're planning on adding to this if we get up over 830. And we're going to watch our delta theta ratio, see if we need to do a delta roll. Right now, with the aftermarket Greeks, it looks like we're right at the borderline, so we could probably make a choice whether or not to do our delta roll. I'll probably do it. If we'll see what the Greeks look like with the market open. If they're good, then we won't. But if they're at or over 1.5 to 1, then I'm going to go ahead and make a delta roll and add up here at 830. Okay, let's take a look at our M3 trades. And here is our M3 trade for May. The M3 for June has not yet been entered. I made a quick update on the website and on Twitter that on Thursday we went ahead and bought a 780-800 vertical to flatten delta out a little bit to the upside. As of right now, the trade looks perfectly fine. It's up a couple $100. And, if we get our anticipated move up to the 850 level, it's not much of a problem here, although there will be adjustments made before it gets there. So everything looks good here. Again, we're expecting more sideways stuff for the market and watching the Dow for a breakout. Well, that's it for now. I will keep you updated with any changes, and thanks and good night.